Hey everyone, Scott from Rising Dragon School. During the next week, I'm going to be uploading several breathing videos as requested by many of my friends and family during these tough times of lockdown. But before I do this, it's very important that you know and understand how to breathe deep. Now, when I say deep, I mean diaphragmatic breathing, breathing from the belly, basically how we are meant to breathe. Relaxation and deep breathing is actually the basis for all meditative and mindful practices. Now, I'm not going to spend too much time on how badly most people actually breathe, but the fact is, a lot of people breathe shallow and rapid from the upper chest, inhaling and exhaling via the mouth, and it can seriously affect your health in many ways, from constant stress, bad posture, while over time weakening your respiratory muscles. Now, the correct way to breathe is diaphragmatic breathing using your nose, and this is what I'm going to be teaching in this video. So for anyone that isn't familiar with the diaphragm, it's a muscle that sits just below the lungs, and it contracts when you inhale, and it kind of creates a vacuum pulling air into the lungs, and then during exhale it relaxes and the air is released. So when we practice deep breathing, we can naturally reduce stress, lower blood pressure, lower your heart rate, and definitely one of my favourites, you can really push your limits far and beyond during strenuous physical activity. So your core and your abdominals also has an impact on your diaphragm. So it helps to contract and be more efficient. The core follow along video I posted last week will keep your core strong if you practice it once or twice a week. So if you've got 5 minutes, give that a go. Many benefits to it. So personally, I first started deep breathing in 2003 when my Qigong practice began in Northeast China. And then I've explored many breathing practices from around the world, including moving, still Qigong routines, pranayama, the Wim Hof method, and Tibetan Tummo breathing, just to name a few. Right then, I think that's enough talk. Let's get into the actual deep breathing practice. You can sit, stand, lie down, however you most feel comfortable. And during the video, I will demonstrate sitting and lying down. So very quickly and briefly, normally when people breathe, the chest, shoulders will expand and then you'll suck the stomach in. So what we're going to do is pretty much the opposite. You will have one hand on your chest just to monitor and make sure your shoulders and your chest is staying still. We don't want any movement at all. And then your other hand will be on your belly. The mouth will be kept closed, and we're going to be using the nose to inhale slow and controlled down to the belly. So as we inhale, then the belly is going to be expanding. Okay, so let me turn side on so you can see. So one hand on your chest, one hand on your belly. Make sure you're feeling relaxed. And then inhale, expanding the belly. Okay, I hope you can clearly see the expansion of my belly. Nice, slow, controlled breathing, deep. The breath should be like a whisper, so not much sound, just nice and controlled from the nose. Let's try lying down. Many people feel more comfortable when they're in the lying position. So let's give that a go. One hand on your chest, one hand on the belly. Completely relax your body. Expanding the belly as we breathe in. Okay, so give that a go. It seems very simple and basic to watch, but actually most people, when they first try it, because they're just not used to it, despite all of us breathing this way from birth, it gets lost over time. So when people first start trying this, they actually feel uncomfortable because it's not natural to them. Natural to them, and most people, is just shallow breaths from the chest. So give this a go. Stick with it. Relax. Get in a comfortable position. Mornings and evenings before you sleep is good times, but 3 or 4 times a day. Practice for 5 to 10 minutes. See how you go, and this will lead you nicely doing any kind of meditation practice or qigong, and it will help you for the next videos that I'm going to publish. Okay, good luck with it.